Hi folks. So, are you tired of vessel bills piling up? So, what if I told you just for $6 a month you can deploy your entire SaaS backend, front end, Redis, and even n8n without limits? So, let me show you how I did using Contabo plus Coolify. So, why this setup is going to be a game changer for solo developers and founders? Because I even have those issues of paying $40 a month and things like that. So here is what happened. So I was happily using Vercel for months actually. But when the bill came up, like when I'm paying $40 a month just for few deployments and some for logs, so even Hetzner started getting pricier and harder to deal with them because Hetzner have some bottleneck for Indian customers to onboard as well as for verifications. Those are not working along with me, and not just me, even for most of the developers, they are facing issues in southern parts of the countries actually, and that's why I switched to Contabo. So now the cheapest and most powerful VPS provider and paired with Coolify, open source deployment platforms. So Coolify is actually an alternative for Vercel, but it works on as an open source platform which you can deploy it on any VPS. So if you're a solo developer, an indie developer, this is a gold mine. Now, so so why Contabo? Contabo gives you a VPS with 4 vCPU, 8 GB RAM, and 200 GB SSD just for 6.50 cents per month. That's crazy, isn't it? And it's like slightly lesser than Hetzner as well. Hetzner works good, but just because I choose Contabo, I'm just going with Contabo here. The more RAM and the storage as well as the providers are the double the price. That's the catch, isn't it? So the setup takes a bit more effort, but that's what Coolify make it super smooth. And trust me, once it is up, it's stable and fast. Let's switch directly. So what's the Coolify? Think of it like a Vercel plus Heroku plus Railway, but a self-hosted and a free environment. You'll get GitHub integrations, app deployments, Docker service management, environment variables to adding SSL, all the beautiful stuffs you'll get it here. And it runs perfectly on Contabo VPS. So how to set up that? Let's walk through the setup going on with it. So here is how I deploy. So let me share my screen. So let's switch right back into Contabo. If you see Contabo, this is my VPS actually. So you just want to go to create a VPS. You can able to see a different types of VPS they are providing. So it could be 4C, which is 4C vCPU cores and 4 GB RAM, 100 GB NVMe, and 1 GB one snapshot, and 32 GB of traffic, and unlimited incoming traffic. So you can download anything inside the network, but when you pull outside the traffic, it's 32 GB is what allowed. And apart from that, you will be billed from more than 32 GB TV traffics, which possibly it's unlimited traffic actually. So you need to select any of those one. Once you select that, you will be able to see which region you want to host your, and whether it is 12 month, 1 month, or 6 month, you can choose along with it. So I am using 1 month because I am just going to try for this as a YouTube scenario. Once I am tested it, I will going to destroy this machine. So that's the reason. So the European Union is what I am choosing. And if you want to choose India, which is a very low latency, you need to pay 1.37 euro extra on top of it. And 200 GB SSD, so I'm doing NVMe SSD for 200 GB, which is good for us right now. And Ubuntu environment, you can have cPanel or HCL variants, custom images, even Windows Server also you can install directly. If you need backup, data protection backup, you can choose one. For now, I don't have any backup to be done on this particular machine, so I didn't choose this one. No private networking, 32 TB out bandwidth plus unlimited in bandwidth, and it is a 200 GB, 200 MB, megabytes connection. And one IPv4 address is being allocated, and that's it. You just need to generate password, which I'm going to generate a new password here, and I'm going to click next. So when I click next, the server will get automatically created. So since I already have a server, let me show you the server which I already have. So this is my server which is running right now. We just need to grab the IP of the server. If you see, there's the IP which is being there. Copy this IP for now, and open a terminal. So before that, just want to mention that to log in into the machine, so you can add your SSH key directly, so that if you forgot your password and things like that, you don't want to give password each and every time. So to generate SSH key, this is how you need to do. You can generate it via this command ssh keygen -t-rsc-b4096. Once you generate this key, you'll be able to see that key in this is my where I have saved my key. This is the location. I can copy this key, and if you go to this particular VM here, reset credentials, where you can add and store password, or you can add and store a key as well. I'm adding a key here. I have already added a key. You can add and store a SSH key, give a name, and you can paste it here. Since I have already pasted the same key, so yeah, you can paste it here. Now to log into the machines, use this command ssh root @167.86. This is my password. I'll log into my machine, and yeah, here I am. Let me clear the screen, and you'll be able to see now I have logged into this particular VM. So to install Coolify, now everything is set up. Now to install Coolify, we just need to open Coolify here. Let me open Coolify. You see this command, copy this command and paste it here. Okay, now Coolify is installed. To verify that, let's open this IP, the port just mentioned. You'll be able to see Coolify is being you'll be able to see the onboarding screen right now. So password, I'll add some random password. I'll skip onboarding for now since I've already gone through this, so you can just see that again. Issues with that. Once we are in this Coolify screen, now you can see you can add project, you can check the servers, source, you can add GitHub repository and things such. Let me accept this. And destinations, S3 storages, whatever you have S3 storage, you can add it here. And in settings, now I want to add my domain here because that's the starting thing which you want to do. I already have a domain which I purchased from Namecheap. Let me open it. In the meantime, we'll create one project and then see how to onboard N8N here. I'll give it as N8N new, N8N new project as a description. Once I create this project, I'm able to see it's in production actually. So go to settings. You can change the name of this actually, but I'll just keep it for now as production. If it is a different name, I can set it as a different name within here. Now I'm going to add a resource here. Let's say check N8N. You will see before that, you will see all these public repository you can integrate, private repository with key you can integrate, Docker file or Docker compose. You can just import the Docker compose or Docker file directly here and then pull the image directly. All these predefined images already there, you just want to choose and then run accordingly. Now let me choose N8N, so that's the goal right now. I'll go with the N8N. and here you will see the service name, description, edit the composer file, everything you can do. Now I want to change the URL here as well, because anytime need SSL to run to view the dashboard. So I'll update the domain name here. So instead of Coolify, I will do N89. So that's what the DNS I have updated that. So let me update it here and let me deploy it. So yeah, it's downloading it from Docker and pulling all the images. Let's wait for it. Okay, show started. Yeah, now it's running. Okay, let's open. Got a timeout error. Yeah, cool if I got updated. Can able to see our resource here. Now I'm using Coolify.youtube. Yeah. Shiver Pro. Let's go to N8 and let's see. Got updated or not. Actually, this might take some time to update the DNS records. So that's expected. So you need to wait for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or sometimes it will take even a hour for to update these records. Yeah, being set up. We are in the onboarding screen right now. I'll give my same personal mail, and I will give some password. To deploy N8 here, and it's not just that actually. So you can able to hear where Coolify really shines. So I need a Redis for caching or N8 for automation. It's just new service, click and a template. You can switch between the templates and just works, isn't it? So you don't have to do anything. So you don't have to write a Docker file and things as such. Just change the Docker file is what needed, or even change the configuration within the UI is what needed, and that's easy, isn't it? So if you're an indie developer as well as a SaaS builder, this combo of Contabo Coolify gives you control, saves money, and remove all the rate limits. And see how many I can deploy within a single machine. So in the installation, with 8 GB of RAM, it's 4 cores of CPU and 150 GB of storage, you can deploy 3 Node.js app, 4 static sites, plausible analytics, 5 dev, uptime Kuma, Ghost, and 3 Redis database and 2 PostgreSQL database. That's cool, isn't it? In AWS, if you are going with the services what I mentioned, that would cost around $1,000, $2,000 for sure per month. So that's the reason we are using Coolify and Contabo here. Hope this helps. And so yeah, that's it. So if you're building a product and want to stop wasting money on the cloud platforms, try this setups. All the link in the description for Coolify install script, Contabo link, Redis, and deployment configs. Smash the like button, subscribe for more SaaS deployment tips and ML related stuff and things as such. So that's all about Coolify and things as such. And I'm an ML developer, so most of the video is going to be in ML. And so if you want to study more on how to build a ML platform and creating a SaaS application as well as more deployment kind of stuffs, just hit the subscribe button and drop a comment if you have any issues or roadblocks while deploying this. I'll reply to all the comments. Thank you. Bye-bye.